Hello, am I live? So I'll just hang on a sec until we get some people in my chat. I seen someone, I think it was Weapon X, was it, last night? He did a X-Men. Everybody's doing top 50, the 2018 top 50 comic book collections, top 50 books in their collections. So I thought I would go down his path and do my top 50 X-Men covers or books at this time. It's not set in stone. It could change in a year or so. But at the moment, I just went through my collection before and pulled out some books, 50 X-Men related covers or books that I have fond memories of the cover. I thought I would show these books. Then some of them aren't keys. We've got someone, one person, and a thumbs up. Hello to that person. So I thought I would show my top 50 X-Men books in my collection at this stage. That could change in 6 months because it always does. But I quickly grabbed some books. I was going through my boxes before, and I thought I'd do a quick video and just show some of my top 50 X-Men books that I have in my collection. So I've got my trusty Jim Lee X-Men t-shirt on, and yeah, let's just start. So I've got actually behind me, well, before I start it, I got this the other day. We've got the Iceman Funko Pop. It's an exclusive. So that was kind of cool. And I got the Kitty Pryde New York Comic Con pop. So, yeah. So we've got two watching by the look of it. Hello to you two. Write something in the chat. That'd be cool. That would be awesome. So, yeah, shall I get started with this, or shall I wait a bit until I get to see someone in my chat? It doesn't matter. So, haven't really been doing much. Hello, Last Avenger. How are you? Cheers for that. So I'll get started since we've got someone in my chat. So I'm going to show my top 50 X-Men comic books or mutant related comic books from the X-Men. So we'll start. So I've always liked this book. This is one of the first back issue X-Men books I got back in the day. So I've always liked this. Hi, Knights of Old. How are you? So I've always liked this. Have I got a lag or anything? So I thought I'd put this book in my list, top 50. So I always like the fact that Cyclops, who's one of my favorite characters, is blowing the X-Men up, the title. So that's cool. So we've got this. I've always liked this one because Wolverine looks badass in this cover. So we've got Uncanny X-Men 212. So cool. I have got in the post coming this week, hopefully, number 90, which will give me a run from number 84 to 544 of volume 1. So looking forward to getting that book, and number 67. So I've got a lot of the reprints now. I don't only need the odd one here and there, and I'm counting down on my Silver Age run as well. It's getting lower, but all the issues I don't have are the ones that are a lot of money. So that's the way it is. This is one of the first issues that I bought on my pull list. So this book is quite sentimental to me, and I've always liked that cover with Storm fighting the big serpent. So it's kind of cool. Like it. Another book that I've had for years. I bought this off the rack. It's a bit beat up, but I don't care. And love the cover. So you would have seen this book and a couple of other of my top 50 or whatever lists that I've done in the past. So kind of like that cover. Here's another book that I've probably shown before, but I think it's iconic, and I think it should be cover swiped a bit more often. So how are you guys going today? How's the weekend been? So yeah, the big X with Wolverine pinned to it. So it's kind of cool. Love it. Then we've got this cover, iconic cover, first appearance. So we've got the first appearance of Gambit. I bought this off the rack many years ago, so it's kind of cool. See, it's a bit beat up, and it's got the price on it, but I still own it, so I don't care. It's awesome to have that book. Always loved this book. Amazing cover. Jim Lee is amazing. So back in the day when he was doing the X-Men, so I think it's cool with Cap and the Black Widow and Wolverine together. Great story too. Awesome story with Psylocke and Jubilee and Wolverine talking to his old friends as ghosts. It's pretty cool. Like it. Always loved this cover. Jim Lee draws a great Cable and Archangel, so I thought I'd add this to my list. Yeah, I agree. You can't beat Jim Lee's X-Men. So I thought I'd put this there. It's pretty awesome. And then we've got this one. I've always liked this one. The beginning of a new era for the X-Men it was just pre-blue and gold, and Chris Claremont and Jim Lee's X-Men run on the volume 2. So this is a cool cover. So I've always liked this cover. The Cyclops and Professor X and the X-Men behind, because there hadn't really technically been an X-Men team till about this point. So I've always liked that cover. Then we've got this one, GPAP. Always shows this. He's been showing this cover recently. I think he's got multiple copies of it. So I thought I'd throw it in my top 50 list, and that's the Rain cover with Wallace Potasio. I love it. It's pretty awesome. She looks sexy as in that drawing. So there you go, GPAP. Thought I'd add this to it. Add this to my 50 list. So yeah, pretty cool. Cool book. Always like this cover. It's one of my favorite artists. And it's introduction of this character to the roster or the team, or her second appearance in the X-Men book, and that's the very hot X-23, who's very popular at the moment. I see her covers appearing in a lot of other people's videos lately, so I thought I would add her to mine because I'm an Alan Davis fan. So there you go. I don't have any lag, guys. So we've got 4 watching. So I thought I'd add the Artgerm Phoenix because I think it's damn sexy as. I'm not really a variant person, but you can't beat that. And the Dark Phoenix any day, but Dark Phoenix even better. So thought I'd add that to it. I've always liked this cover. It's pretty cool. Is it volume 3 of Astonishing X-Men? This is number 1 with Wolverine's claws going up like so. Thought I'd add that to my list. So yeah, pretty cool cover. We've got Fall of the Mutants, X Factor number 24. One of my favorite characters is Archangel, when they turn Angel into this character. So I thought I'd show this book. Iconic cover. Awesome. This was bought off the rack back in the day. So love it. Now, I met Tom Taylor last year at a con in New Zealand, so I got him to sign my all-new Wolverine number 1 variant. This is Splash Page, I think. Hello, who dat? How are you? What's been happening with you, man? So I thought I'd show you, I'd add this cover because this is awesome. I love it. So who dat? I'm doing my top 50 X-Men covers. So yeah, turned up just the right time. So we've got some Art Adams because I love Art Adams. So I love his long shot artwork, and I got issue 1 of Fantastic Four, the Art Adams variant, but I missed out on the second cover. It was sold out before I had a chance to buy it, so I'm looking for that. So we've got classic X-Men the reprint one, number 1. That's Art Adams cover. I've always liked this cover, so I thought I would add that to my list. And then we've got this comic sort of twice. You'll find out later on, but we've got Alpha Flight number 17 by John Byrne, featuring the X-Men. It's a cool cover. I've always liked that. I hunted for this book to get it in my collection, so I'm glad to have that. And we've got Marvel Age. We've got a Jim Lee cover, and it's got Jim Lee, Wallace Pistachio, I think. I don't know who the other 2 guys are, but and it's got the X-Men in it, so I thought I would add that to my list. So that's pretty cool. I'm not a huge Rob Liefeld fan, but I do like this cover, and it's her official first appearance, and that's the first official appearance of the real Domino. So thought I'd add that to my list. So that's cool. They look great in Mylar, these books. Love this cover, this Daredevil cover. I think it's cool. It's Klaus Janson art, and we've got Wolverine on the front cover. So I've always liked that. So I got that last year, so I was pretty happy. Pretty happy to have it. So we've got this as a Wizard World book, a Wizard book magazine, and it's an X-Men special. So I've always liked this. So I can't remember who the artist is. It Churchill? I can't remember what his name. I think he did a bit of Cable at some stage too. But I've always liked this cover. Yeah. Oh, is it? How are you, comic book estate? I was watching your top 50 last night. The Black Widow covers, very awesome. So yeah, I've always liked this cover. So that's why I added it to my the Grant Morrison era of the X-Men, which I actually quite enjoyed. So, and then we've got some more Jim Lee. Sorry about all the Jim Lee that I've been showing, but it's going to get real awesome soon. So we've got Psylocke, one of my favourite characters, and Jim Lee just draws the best Psylocke ever. So I thought I would add this variant to my list because I just absolutely love it. She looks sexy as in that cover. And then we've got another Jim Lee variant. We've got the Colossus, who's one of my all-time favourite characters. So he's over there. I've got a figure of him. So Jim Lee does one of the best Colossuses around. So that's kind of cool. I thought I'd add this cover because it's amazing. The storyline wasn't that good, and they killed this character off, and I was a bit disappointed about how he died. Wasn't happy, but this cover is amazing. So every single mutant is dead, and you've got Cyclops on the front. So yeah, that's really cool. So that's why that's on my list. Then we've got the Mayhew X-Men number 4 variant with Colossus and Kitty Pryde and Colossus as a vampire. I just think that is amazing artwork. I've always liked this cover. So that's why I've chosen this one to be in this list. So it's cool. Then I thought I would put one of these books in my biggest selling comic book. I think it still is. I don't know. Is it sold? It's sold the most copies, and everybody's got it. But I thought I'd choose this cover from it, and because I love it, I love this cover. So we've got the Magneto Jim Lee cover. So yeah, that's why he looks so menacing there. So that's why I added this book to that list. Then we've got one of my favorite comics. I'm collecting this run this year, and I'm getting quite a few of them. We've got Excalibur. Oh, g'day, Ants. How are you? What have you been up to, man? It's good to see you. So we've got Excalibur #1, and it's signed by Chris Claremont. Thank you, Evan Geelon, for getting me that signature on this book. So, amazing cover by Alan Davis, and Captain Britain getting a movie, is it? Pretty exciting times for that character. Yeah, Jim Lee has done some amazing work on covers. That's why I'm showcasing some of it. He's not the greatest X-Men cover artist, but he's one of them. But some of his covers are fantastic. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Ants, how are you? What's been happening? So this is another one. Like, Psylocke is sexy in this, and Sabretooth looks mean as. He's just given Wolverine a hiding, and that's why I've added this one. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So, and then we've got another Jim Lee cover. So we've got Jim Lee versus Ghost Rider, and this is X-Men #9. And I just love the way he used to draw Wolverine. It's just pretty cool art, to be honest. So that is cool. Then we've got another. Hello, Gene. How are you? Another comic that's X-Men related. So we've got. I've always liked this cover. Yeah, it would be cool to get some original art cover art from Jim Lee. I'd love to get. I don't know, a Wolverine or a Colossus or Cable drawn by Jim Lee would be amazing. Maybe one day when I'm rich. So we've got New Mutants #1. I just think this is an amazing cover. So that's why I've added this to my list. What's been happening, Gene? What are you up to? And then I like this cover by Bill Sienkiewicz. How do you say his name, Gene? I never can say his name properly, but I've always liked this cover. And I was lucky enough to get this book this year. So, yeah, give me some alien emojis if you like, I think. Oh, Sienkiewicz. Is that how you say it? Bitty Tier, how are you? Is that how you say your name? Yeah, man, it's awesome. So then we've got some real cool stuff now. So we've got Wolverine #1, the Frank Miller stuff. So I thought I'd add that to my list of cool covers. Looking cheeky as in that picture. And then I've always liked this cover ever since I was a little kid. So got Wolverine, or Patch as he's called, and the Grey Hulk, Mr. Fix-It. So awesome stuff. Then why not show this book? This is an iconic cover. It's cover swiped multiple times, so I might as well throw this on the list as well. First appearance of multiple characters. So we've got Giant Size X-Men #1 with Dave Cockrum, one of my favorite artists. So thought I'd throw this book into it. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. So then we've got, I've always liked this cover. It's a pretty iconic cover. I got it. Luckily, I got it signed by Chris Claremont this year by Evan Geelon. So we've got the first appearance of the Shadow King. Love it. John Byrne is an amazing artist. So that's why I've added it to my list. Then we've got this cover, another iconic cover, and the first appearance of this team in the main title. So we've got number 94. I just think that is an amazing cover. I've seen it cover swiped a couple of times, but you don't see this one cover swiped as much. So, yeah. So I thought I'd add this book because I love it. I love the cover. This is another book. This is one of the first books that I got for my back issue run of the X-Men when I started collecting these books many, many years ago. And it's my birthday book. So it's around the time I was born, this book came out. So that's why I've added it to my list. And that is The Death of Thunderbird. I remember saving my money for a few weeks to get this book because it was on a wall up in Christchurch at the comic shop, and I got them to put it away and put it on lay-by. And back then, you're talking like 25 years ago, it took me ages to pay this thing off. So it's not in the best of condition, but hey, I like it. I think it's awesome. So, and we've got another iconic cover. It's quite a pricey book now, or it's getting up there. So we've got the first appearance of the Phoenix with this 101. Dave Cockrum art. It's an amazing book. I love it. So that's why this is in my list. And then I showed this cover before, but here's the alternative cover for it. And here's the original cover. So we have got X-Men 109, and it's the first appearance of this character, the Vindicator. I think that's how you say his name. So that is cool. That's why I've added it. And I've had this book for years. This has been in my... Thank you, CBA. So, yeah, I've had this book for years in my collection as well. So that's why this is added to my list, because I just think it's amazing. And I've always thought this cover was amazing as well. That's why I've put it in my top 50. So we've got the Circus cover. We've got Banshee, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Storm. I think this is awesome, this book. Really cool. Really cool cover. Then we've got this book. First appearance. She's a pretty popular character. I don't know why she hasn't been in the X-Men more often. I like her. I've always liked her. I thought she was pretty sexy in her disco gear. But here is the first appearance of Dazzler. So, should get this book. It's a pretty cool book to have. Then we've got this. This book's a bit beat up, but I think it's an iconic cover, and I just think Wolverine looks... Hello, Night Shame. How are you? What's been happening with you? Oh, you're in biology. Oh, that's cool. No worries, man. So we have got Uncanny X-Men 133. Pretty iconic cover. Look at him. Mean as. I think this, as you can see, there's a few problems with this cover, but it's all good. Yeah, how's the chat going? Everybody all good? It's good to see a few people in my chat. That's pretty cool. We've got another iconic cover. So the first appearance of the Dark Phoenix. This is a really nice copy of this book. I've had this for a few years as well. So there you go. Love it. It's actually a cover swipe of... Well, I'll actually show you the cover of the original cover for it because it's in this pile. So there you go. That is pretty cool. Then we got this one. This has been cover swiped a bit as well, this cover. And it's poor old Cyclops leaving the X-Men. Off he goes to leave the X-Men, but I've always liked this cover. It's been cover swiped quite a few times. Was 99 of the New Mutants. There's an X-Force issue where Cannonball's leaving. They're just some covers I've seen that cover swipe this one. So yeah, I quite like this book. Then we've got this one, big book, key book, iconic cover, love it. Glad to have this in my collection. Had it for many years. Only paid $2 back in the 90s for this book, so got a good deal on it. So yeah, pretty cool book. So, and here we go. Here's the cover swipe that I was showing you before. So we've got some Silver Age goodness now. Not many books to go now, but yeah. So we got number 56. Amazing cover. I think this is Neil Adams. Am I right? Is that Neil Adams' art? Can't remember. It's either Neil Adams or Steranko. I think it's Neil Adams. I might be wrong. Because Neil Adams did a bit of the X-Men. I'll put that over there, actually. It's his first. Yep, that's right. Cool. Thanks for that. Hold a sec. So, all right. So then we've got the first appearance of the new costumes. Thought I'd add this book to my my list. So we've got X-Men 39. I love it. Great cover. Awesome book. Then we've got this iconic cover. Love this book. My copy is beat to hell, but I got a good price for it. So, and this is X-Men number 28, the first appearance of Banshee. So, love it. Absolutely love this book. It's pretty cool. So yeah. Then we've got X-Men, another iconic cover. And we've got X-Men number 19. Number 19. First Mimic. So I've got one more book, and that's 50 X-Men books. So so we have got X-Men number... Oh, have you? You've been looking for that one? Number 19? Okay. Yeah, well, I picked this up. I got a good price for it last year. I was pretty happy. Didn't pay much. So, yeah, it's pretty hard to come by these books over here. So, yeah, when I come across them, I pick them up. So I've got a number 49 on lay-by at the moment. So I'm going to pay that off in a few weeks' time. And was it number 66? So it should be pretty cool. So we've got number 14. Look at that. First Sentinels. Pretty cool book. Really nice condition as well for its age. Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, can't beat it. Amazing stuff. So yeah, that is my top 50 mutant X-Men related Marvel books. I hope you enjoyed this this live stream. Everybody in the chat. 21 is your lowest. Okay. Number 5 is my lowest. I have number 5 and number 9, and then I have number 11, and then I have a run from number 14 to 41. Yeah, 41 I think is what my run is at the moment, Silver Age. So yeah, I'm getting a number 42 off somebody from the comic book community, and I'll have number 49 soon, and that will probably give me a run to I can't remember, number 52 I think it is, or 51, I can't remember, but yeah, that's my goal. And then I'm going to start saving my goal next year. I was talking to another guy on off air last night about going after X-Men 4 next year. Same with a wee bit of money. X-Men 4, First Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Mastermind, Toad, getting that book. So I think I want to do that next year. Just it's not out of reach yet, so I might be able to save up and buy that book next year. So I think I'm going to go after that book. So yeah, but thank you, chat. It's been a pleasure to show these books off to everybody. So I'll start from the top. We had The Last Avenger. Thank you very much. Knights of the Old. Thank you. Who Dat's Comics and Movies. Amazing knowledge on movies. We had the Comic Book Estate. We had Ants O'Neill. Good guy, Ants. We had Gene Paul, or GPAP. We had Night Shame. We had Bit by Tear. In my chat. So thank you, all you guys, for being there, and anybody else that was in there as well. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to head off now and end this live stream. But yeah, we will catch you all later. See you later.